finally one day she was like, you know what? You should do coaching then. If you don't want to go back to school or that much schooling, you should do coaching because you're so good at motivating people to do things. And at the same time, you're super empathetic and compassionate with, like, you can very easily understand where someone is coming through, and you can see kind of the emotions and the feelings that they've got inside even before they might acknowledge them outside. And I agree with that. I think that I've always been very, very intuitive with other people. I can, just from looking at them, I can, subconsciously, I can pick up on all the body language, all the signals that they're putting out without them even realizing it. And with just a few words, it's very easy for me to see sort of the blocks that they have or the things that are holding them back, or kind of like the rackets. Rackets is sort of like the stories or the negative habits that you are always telling yourself or carrying. And so it's very easy for me to see these rackets that people are carrying without them even consciously knowing about it.
You have some of the rackets that people come up with?
It's very, like, a lot of people have the common ones, like, I don't have enough money, or people like me can't do that, or I'm not smart enough, beautiful enough. I'm not the kind of person who could accomplish X, Y, and Z. I have to take care of my kid. So it's reckless. It's irresponsible for me to go and pursue whatever this crazy thing is, So it's very common, and people have all, like, for the most part, there's a couple general ones that people usually stick to. Every once in a while, you'll get something a little unique, but it's more about, like, the stories that people are telling themselves habitually that they're not even conscious of. But so then in that moment, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to go and find a course, and I'm going to get my coaching certification. So I did. I found a course, and I did this course for about 1 year. It took me. And I have a 6-year-old daughter, so I was doing it from 9 to 12 a.m. every night. Or not every night, twice a week. And so 3 hours twice a week. And towards the end of it, it was so challenging for me to just stay present because I was so exhausted just from all the things that I'm doing day to day, and then taking care of my child, and then having to stay up until midnight just focusing on this course.
Wow.
Yeah, but
9 o'clock to 12 o'clock. So you wouldn't even get to bed to probably like 1.
Well, if I was able to stay awake through the last 30 minutes of the class, then yeah.
Gotcha. Oh my goodness.
And then once I started doing it, I was like, this is the first time that I've ever felt the way I felt when I finish a coaching session. Seeing that person, it's literally an energy shift from the moment they walk in, and compare, like, a snapshot of the moment they walk in compared to a snapshot of how they're walking out. It's a complete, they look different. The energy is different. Their shoulders are different. Their eyes are different. Everything they have light around them when they leave. And the feeling that I get seeing that happen, and seeing the progress even over, the course of 3 or 6 months, whatever we're doing, it's the best feeling I've ever had doing anything in my life. So when I started to feel that, I just knew that this was the right path for me.
Nice. For your clients that come to you, when they come to you, what are they coming to you for? And, like, what can you work with them on? I know there's a special process that you have to go through, but what's the popular things that your clients are going to you for?
So I would say in general, people struggle with the same kinds of things. Sort of on a macro scale, it's very similar. But then when you get down to it in the fine details, it can be very obviously different because everybody's experiences and what makes them differ. But for the most part, a lot of it is just fear, is people coming in with stories as to why they cannot do what they truly want to do, if they're even able at that point to acknowledge and admit the thing that they really want to do. And then they have all these stories around why it's not possible. But at the same time, they're coming to me because they're not happy in their day-to-day life. They're not happy in the life that they've already created. And so they know in some part of themselves that there is more, that they're capable of more, that life is meant to be more fulfilling than what they're currently experiencing. Yet they may not be able to visualize what that is, or they may not even be able to like allow themselves to say it out loud, because that would mean that they are sort of holding themselves accountable. Like if I can acknowledge that I could possibly become the #1 real estate agent in New York City, if I say that out loud, then it becomes sort of more possible, and it becomes sort of more of a commitment that I have to then take action around. And people don't want to take action around the things that they truly want for fear of failure. So I would say fear of failure is probably the most common in a macro scale, the most common thing that people come in.
Fear is one of the most powerful elements that is out there, is fear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Interesting. And do you help out? I know you're a business coach, but do you help out on any other subjects, any other topics besides business?
Yes. So I do business and life. I really think that those obviously go hand in hand, because if your personal life, if your personal life is not where you want it to be, then your business could be potentially affected by that. And if your business life is not going the way you want it to go, then your personal life will 1,000% be affected by that. So I think that they are intertwined. So I do both. I do business consulting, business development, business coaching, and then I also do life coaching. For example, one of my clients came in because he's heartbroken and he can't get over a certain woman that he dated. At the end of the day, it's not necessarily this woman that he has to get over, but he has to build confidence in himself. He has to stop, putting his self-worth in the hands of other people or external factors, right? So it's sort of he's coming in thinking that it's just about this person or just about him finding a fulfilling relationship, when it actually goes much, much deeper than that. It's about his relationship with himself, how he speaks to himself, how much he values himself, or in this case, doesn't value himself. He would come in, I mean, he specifically that's life coaching, but who knows? Once he gets through this sort of process, then maybe he'll discover that he wants to start a business. Or a lot of the things that are blocking people from starting or running their business to its potential are personal blocks. I'm not good enough. I'm not the person who could have a business that produces this much amount of revenue. I'm not a person who people could look at with respect and admiration. So all of that is sort of like personal feelings and emotions that people have to work through in order to get their business where it needs to be.
Thank you for watching this video. Please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have more videos coming out. And if you're interested in doing an interview, please send me an email, jason@work2invest.com. You can go to the About Me page on the YouTube channel for Work to Invest, and it gives you some ideas of what I'm looking for, what kind of people I want to interview: life coaches, business coaches, entrepreneurs, creators, authors, musicians. And my email address will be right here. If you're not a robot, please click on this, and my email address is jason@work2invest.com. Also, please don't forget to check out our resource page at Work to Invest. Tons of information, investing, real estate, online business tools, affiliate marketing, Kindle publishing tools. If you're an author, this would be there's even information about investing in your health, becoming a healthier person. So tons of information. Make sure you check out work2invest.com resource page. So thank you very much. Please subscribe.